And we're sticking with football. Don Beholden continued their impressive season with a highly controversial 3-1 win over Mount Pleasant at Wraxhall on Sunday in match week 16 of the Jamaica Premier League. The victory takes Don Beholden 5 points clear atop the standings. Donald Oliver and Chris Taylor are at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex to call the last 2 games of the match week. Let's hear from them now.
Welcome to the Tony Spalding Sports Complex as we anticipate a couple of intriguing matches as the Jamaica Premier League powered by Digital continues into the night here at Arnett Gardens. Mullines United will face off with Waterhouse in the first game here, and of course in the second match the champions Cavalier will be in action against Harbour. Both matches interesting. Chris, what are your thoughts on them?
Yeah, Mullines, arguably their best performance of the season came in the first round match against Waterhouse, where they defeated them by 2-0, and yeah, that was really intriguing. Waterhouse doing great form at the moment, coming off of a 3-0 win, and Mullines second in the table, and I think they might just be a little bit too much for Mullines here today.
Of course, you were at Wraxhall yesterday, and a couple of very interesting matches that took place in St. Anne. Talk about it and what you saw there in the matches.
Yeah, 2 excellent matches, especially the fact that the leaders maintained their position atop the table. This was Tivoli and Mobay United, who have really been struggling. As I said, this game, well, conceding 2 goals, now 31 goals conceded on the season for Mobay United, and it's been a major struggle there. Nakil Wright with a kick, and it was Stephen Arnett who got his second brace of the season and took his tally as well to 5 goals and an impressive start, you'd have to say, on that for Tivoli.
Yeah, really good to see Nakil Wright back in action for Tivoli Gardens.
Yeah, he got that assist there for Barnett's second. And then, yeah, this a very tight encounter, high energy, very intense as well. 2 controversial calls which actually went against the home team, both of them. One a goal for Dumble Holden and one a goal disallowed for Mount Pleasant. So yeah, a 3-1 win for Dumble Holden. That's a big victory, and further daylight put between themselves and Mount Pleasant, who lie in 4th position. Peter McCarthy got his 7th goal of the season, an excellent one it was, and Phillips with one. That was Trevante Stewart, who got yet another for his new club Mount Pleasant. He had 2 when he was here for Mullines, and now 2 for Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, McGregor has really been in top form for Don Beholden, and I can appreciate them being so consistent this season, Don Beholden, to maintain their spot at the top of the standings.
Yeah, I think I was mixing up himself and McCarthy, but yeah, Peter McGregor certainly with 7 on the season, really formidable figure up front, and his pace, skill. I mean, this goal here was amazing, taking the ball from before the half line. Look at the strength and speed here to hold off Tariq Zimenez, and then to still have the composure to slot it into the far corner of the goal.
Right.
Amazing goal, no easy feat, and brilliant from the striker.
And of course, they absolutely loved it here to actually go to Wraxhall and take all 3 points. It's a big win for Dundee Holden. They're really making their mark in the Premier League. Just to take a look at the other results, Veer United with a win over Arnett Gardens by the odd goal in 3. And of course, the other results, also a bit of a surprise, but Humberland, they are improving, getting by Portmore United by a 0-0.
Yeah, that part wasn't really surprising because Humberland have been improving and Portmore very inconsistent. But yeah, the fact that Veer would have lost to Arnett Gardens, that's a huge result, as we see Dumble Holden still atop the table now, 5 points ahead of Waterhouse, who really need to win today to stay close.
Yeah, as we take a look there, Waterhouse right in 2nd spot at the moment. Arnett Gardens still in 3rd, would have missed that opportunity there, but they are still comfortably in 3rd based on the fact that Mount Pleasant, well, they also have some work to do in 4th spot. And the Cavalier, yeah, they really need to step up to the plate in order to move up the table, but still in a relatively safe spot at the moment as they aim to remain in the top 6 and the playoff spot.
And if you think about it there, that second match here today with Cavalier and Harbourview, a big match. Cavalier can't get any higher in the table with a win today, but a win for Harbourview will carry them above Cavalier into 5th position. So a lot to play for in that second game against 2 teams who, as you said, their form hasn't necessarily been consistent. Of course, Cavalier with the tragedy of recent, that has affected them as well, and it will be interesting to see the mentality of the boys today.
Yep, 2 big matches to look ahead to here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. It's back to you guys.
2 big matches, as they say, to look ahead to later today. But George, will start with Don Beholden. They're at the top of the points table standings, and of course 5 points clear of Waterhouse.
Yep, they got a win yesterday, a highly controversial win. They played well, but for stretches of the game, they were second best to a Mount Pleasant team that were eager to please their home faithful, who had come out in their numbers to support them in that Sunday fixture. And as I noted, they got away with a 3-1 win, but it may or may not have been a fair reflection of the run of the game. And the 2 calls that went against them, they'll feel very, very, very much aggrieved. We didn't see it in the highlights package, but the game was suspended for about 7 minutes in the second half because of a missile throwing incident. The assistant referee on the far side of the field from where our commentary position was came under fire. Water bottles and water tossed onto the park because the the Mount Pleasant fans rather felt that a header from Sule McCalla, which crashed onto the right upright, had actually crossed the line before Saniki Burton cleared. And then to make matters worse, in the same sequence, Burton clears the ball. Didn't catch it clean, it went high. Decoy Christian with a sumptuous piece of control and swivel in one motion. And then outside of the boot pass down the field to Peter McGregor, who raced away from Tariq Jimenez to score the 3rd goal. So that incensed crowd that was already enraged by the failure, they believe, to give Sule McCullough's goal. And before that, the second goal that Mount Pleasant had scored from Demario Phillips was from a corner. He got the corner first. He was at the near post control. A scuffed shot, but it rolled beyond the goalkeeper. An attempt was made by Donovan Sigri to clear it off the line, and the assistant referee on the far side, given his position, said goal. The Mount Pleasant supporters on that side felt that that was not a goal, so that was the second one. So they were carrying heavy feelings from that point, and then where they should have benefited, they thought, from a similar situation where the ball crept over the line and they didn't get the call. They were enraged, and the missile throwing and everything else caused the game to be suspended for 7 minutes. The Dunbeholden players called to the touchline by their management team. The Mount Pleasant players, of course, arguing, remonstrating with the referee, and the home bench trying to keep a lid on things, and the crowd incensed and highly charged. And but it was a good game of football between a Mount Pleasant team who wanted to prove that they have steadied their ship and that they have the talent to fight for this title. On the evidence of what we saw on Sunday, they will be a very dangerous team beyond this point, but they would feel aggrieved that they left with a 3-1 defeat.
Yeah, their defense since they started Premier League football, George and Mariah, 2018-2019, has been one of the strong points of their games. They don't give up goals easily, but this season they have had problems keeping conceding goals at a small rate. And as you said, George, even though they gave up 3 goals yesterday, it wasn't a performance that they would be unhappy about overall in their open play. So let's hope that Mount Pleasant are getting their act back together because it's a very, very good team, a team I like a lot. But Dunbeholden, they look like they have very, very serious intentions. And the acquisition of Peter McGregor to join Ataforai Bygrave up front is a tremendously beneficial acquisition for them, and Dunbeholden will be hard to beat for sure.
Yeah, now they've already set themselves 5 points ahead on the table. Well, still to come on today's show, Arian Knighton, the 18-year-old American who is threatening Usain Bolt's world record over 200 meters. Can he get it this season? Can he get it ever? Leighton Levy joins us later with his opinion. And in our NBA segment, round 2 of the playoffs, and champions Milwaukee Bucks are off to a great start, led by their Superman, Giannis Antetokounmpo. All that later, but after the break, we head to England and update you on Manchester United's home EPL clash with Brentford. Plus, there's the small matter of Real Madrid's La Liga title success to discuss. Stay with us, still so much to come on the SportsMax Zone.
Thank you for watching SportsMax on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and to click the notification bell to stay informed.